Welcome into the Fan Addict Sports Channel for sports fans by sports fans. It's your man, Coach I. Where all my dogs at? All right, tonight we're talking about Oregon versus Utah. This game will be played at night at Utah, and this is a big battle between probably two potential Pac-12 title game participants. So they may play twice here in the next couple of weeks, this Saturday and on down in the Pac-12 Championship. To help me out, I brought in somebody new to the Fan Addict. He's an Oregon fan, and I'm going to bring him in and let him tell you a little bit about himself and what's got going on, and then we're going to get into the video. Let me go ahead and bring in Dustin. What's going on, Dustin?
Not a whole lot, man. How are you tonight?
Man, I'm doing all right, man. So tell the people a little bit about the Sideline Sports account, man.
Well, I run Sidelines Oregon and Sidelines Pac-12, co-run that with UCLA. We're growing Sports Network, trying to get up there with Fifth Quarter and Barstool, and just trying to make our own footprint.
Okay, man, that sounds good, man. Yeah, man, I'm following a lot of that. A lot of y'all's Sideline Sports Network account, the Fifth Quarter Sports Network account, and one of the up and coming, I want to say Clutch Sports Network. So it's a good thing you guys got going on, man. I appreciate you coming on, man.
All right, thank you, sir.
Yeah, man, let's go ahead and jump right into it first. Congratulations on the win versus Washington State. They act like they was going to try to do a little something there for a minute. How did you feel watching that game?
Man, Washington State's always a difficult game for Oregon. So getting a win's obviously the most important thing. But I think if you watch the game, Oregon dominated a lot more than the numbers show.
Okay.
Or the score show.
Yeah.
The stats show how Oregon dominated, but kind of got to let them get that late score and started off slow like we have been the past 3 weeks, but hey, it all worked out.
Yeah, man. And in the Pac-12, man, you guys are sitting pretty, basically controlling your own destiny. So even if you guys were not to pull this one out, I think you guys will see Utah again either way. Who you got after Utah? Is Oregon State?
Oregon State,
okay.
The no-name game.
Yeah, man. When's the last time they beat y'all?
Actually, last year.
They did? Oh, man.
Yeah.
Normally you guys get them, so I don't know, man. Oregon State can never put together a full season, so I never kind of like.
No, they always seem, they're going to play their best game against us, but it's in Austin, so I don't have too much to worry about.
Yeah, you ever been to a game in Austin?
Not yet. I've seen the Ducks in Dallas, and I'm going to try to go down there to Georgia next year and watch them play.
Oh, man, yeah, you'll get to go to the Mercedes-Benz. I haven't been to the Mercedes-Benz. My mom's working on SEC championship tickets, so who knows, in 2 weeks I might be in the game. But definitely crazy about football down here in the South.
No doubt.
So Utah is sitting pretty. I think they control their own destiny on the other side of the Pac-12 as well. They got you guys, and then I think who do I see they have to play the next week? I don't think it's a formidable opponent, so I don't think they have anything to.
I'm not sure. I didn't look ahead, to be honest.
Yeah, let me take a look and see who Utah has following y'all, because I think for both teams, no matter who wins, as long as you win the next week, you'll be good.
Yeah, I know Oregon's magic number's 1. So
yeah. Oh, okay.
If OSU loses or we win, we're in the game.
Okay, so they play y'all and then they play Colorado. So I think safe to say it'll be.
Yeah, they probably are.
I think it's safe to say it'll be Oregon and Utah in the Pac-12 championship. So those guys are undefeated at home this year, man. How are you feeling about going on the road, playing at night in Utah?
Man, it's always a tough game with Utah. And of course, you can't underestimate Whittingham, one of the best coaches in the nation, I think. Probably most underrated coaches in the nation.
I agree.
But I think this is the type of game that Oregon gets up for, especially that the whole country's starting to doubt them and starting to pull for Utah, saying, I think ESPN came out and said Oregon had a 36% chance to win that game. So I think Oregon's going to be ready.
Yeah, Utah's actually favored by 3. I think that's because you guys are better at home, just like they're better at home. And anytime you're talking about betting odds, it's always 3 points for the home team. And I guess they're saying you guys are kind of equal because they gave the home team 3 points and that was it.
Exactly.
So you guys won last year, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yep.
Yeah, the only losses we had last year was Cal, OSU, and one more. For UCLA, I think.
Okay. And I was looking at some numbers today, man. You guys are scoring about the same. I think y'all are like 35 points a game. They're like 34 points a game. Y'all give up about 22 to 23, and it's the same thing about that. Is there an area that you feel like you guys will be able to take advantage of, like whether it be the running game or the passing game or anything like that?
Yeah, I think Oregon's running game definitely is the pro of our team.
Okay.
Over 300 yards the past 2 games. And I was just looking back at the Ohio State game. We had over 300 yards in that game.
That was a huge
rushing.
That was a huge win, y'all going in Ohio State, man.
So I think they'll probably try to focus on our run game, and I honestly think that might open AB up a little bit. Let him show the world he's not as bad as everybody thinks.
Yeah, well, I mean, him being able to run and pass always helps and keeps the defense off balance. So anything on defensive, because, Cristobal, he's always been known as a defensive guy. Anything defensively you worry about, when facing Utah?
Man, they're obviously they got a strong running game, and their running back has stepped up a lot lately. But I think Cam Rising's probably what we got to stop. So he's definitely going to have KT probably going at him all game. And then trying to get Sewell involved in some pass rushing too.
Man, I'm telling you, those 2 dudes you just named, that doggone Kayvon Thibodeau and Noah Sewell, man, they like a great, like one of the best 1-2 combo when you're talking about the defensive line and the linebacker core. And Kayvon Thibodeau, hey man, he's putting up those numbers. He's probably going to be the first pick in the draft next year.
If he's not, the Lions or Texans are done. Whoever don't take it.
Look like the Lions, because they look like they can't beat nobody. I think they tied somebody yesterday. So
yep, gonna put him back with Penei.
Yeah, exactly. So but it'd be like I say, man, I think both of y'all are kind of even, man. Like you guys both have a good run game, you got a good quarterback, good coach. Like I say, scoring is about the same. Giving up points, is about the same. So I think it may come down to some special teams. And I haven't gotten to see Oregon from start to finish in every game. But how are you feeling about your special teams, like the kicking game? Because I think that might come down to, like, who knows? It might come down to a field goal.
Special teams are actually really good this year. Camden Lewis hadn't missed a kick yet. Hope I didn't jinx him there. But hadn't missed a kick all year. Snee's done pretty good. I think he's had a couple bad punts, but he's done pretty good. And I believe we blocked 2 punts. So
okay, all right. So
special teams is pretty good. Pretty strong.
Because of the teams being so evenly matched, I think special teams play may end up special teams or a turnover, something like that.
Yep, it's what it all comes down to. Most.
Yeah, I don't see either team pulling off like big time blowout. I'm not saying you won't win, like either team can't win by like 10 or so, but I just don't see the game being like that the whole time. So.
No, definitely not.
So with that, man, so if y'all win, like I say, I think you said with the win or with the OSU loss, you guys clinched the North?
Clinched the North.
The North?
Yes, sir.
And then, but if you guys lose, you have to win the following week if OSU
Correct.
lose? Okay, I got you.
If OSU wins as well.
I got you. So with that, man, you guys only have one loss, and it was to Stanford. I didn't get to see the game. I just seen the end score. What happened in the Stanford game?
Well, if you didn't get to see it, you might want to go watch the last drive, and that'll probably tell you what happened.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look that up.
Yeah, very bad refereeing, which I'm not gonna say. They shouldn't have been that close, anyways. But Joe Moorhead sat out that game. He had emergency surgery that morning.
Okay.
So he wasn't there, and I think that played a pivotal role in the game plan.
I got you.
So, they just didn't look themselves at all and played pretty bad on offense. And then, like I said, had the win locked up, and then the referees decided to input themselves in the game.
Gotta hate that, man. That's why I like the way, like we talked off camera about me being a Georgia alum. I like the way Georgia beats people because we leave it so that the refs can't have any impact.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
So the CFP, man, got y'all ranked right now, got y'all ranked third, right? And but there's been a lot of talk about whether or not Ohio State should be in front of you guys because of the eye test. But I'm gonna get your opinion on that. But like, what I didn't understand about this last rankings is they say, okay, well, Oregon beat Ohio State, so they should be in front of Ohio State, which I believe too. Regardless of who you think is better, that's subjective. You know what I'm saying? On the field, right. Oregon beat Ohio State. Both have 1 losses. Oregon should be ahead. But then they put Michigan ahead of Michigan State. I'm like, but we just watched them beat Michigan 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
exactly. And if you look down the rankings, I believe that's why they had Wisconsin and other teams rated so high, is because they had wins over teams. So they ranked them ahead of those teams. So I don't know where they went with that Michigan State.
I feel like if the records are equal, then it should be head to head. Now, if, like, for instance, you guys were to lose to Utah, I believe, of course, that Ohio State should be ahead of y'all if they win against Michigan State, only because they have 1 loss and you guys have 2 losses. It's like, I can't see both teams having this, especially 2 weeks ago. I'm like, we just watched Michigan State beat Michigan. How is this possible? This year, Oregon's getting some respect from the CFP, but in past years, man, the Pac-12, I don't think the CFP pretty much like this Pac-12, man. What you think about that?
No, you're right. Yeah, because if you think, 2019, Utah and Oregon both had 1 loss. I believe Oregon was 8, and Utah might have been a little lower. Neither one was really in a position to make the playoff. Now, they kept saying if they went out, if either team wins out, it would happen. Oregon ends up losing to ASU and then beats Utah. So they knocked each other out of it. So it ended up not mattering. But, yeah, normally the Pac-12 doesn't get anywhere. And I'm hoping with the new commissioner that
eventually we'll be at 8, 12, 16, something like that, and then it might not matter. But this year, you just referenced something. Like we said earlier, you guys might have to play Utah twice. If you guys split, I think the Pac-12 is not going to make the playoffs. You see what I'm saying? Like, if you guys lose to Utah, then they beat y'all. I mean, then you beat them in the Pac-12 championship or vice versa. I think that kind of cancels it out. So, hopefully,
a 2-loss Pac-12 team.
Yeah, no. The only 2-loss champion that.
Unless it goes crazy everywhere else and everybody else has to.
I know people hate to hear it. It's just, it's the way it is. But the only 2-loss conference champion that has a chance to make it normally is the SEC. I mean, it's just what it is. So it is exactly. With that said, man, let's go ahead and jump into the predictions, man. How you feeling? How you feeling the game is going to play out? And then give me a final score, and then I'll give you my final score.
Well, I'll just go on recent history. I think Oregon probably starts out slow, probably gets down 17 points, and then has to work their way back up. Ends up winning like a 37-27, 40-30 type game. Like you said, 7 to 10 point spread. Okay. But I think we pull it out towards the end and probably get up big at some point, 14, 17 points, but then let them score late like we've been doing.
Well, I think the over-under is 56. So, and then both teams are really good at running, which I think is going to eat up some clock. So unless there's some craziness, I'm seeing like a 27-24 type game, maybe 31-27.
I could see.
I am going to give Utah the edge in the first matchup only because they're at home. And it's at night. It's hard to play in Utah at night. Just like if you guys were playing at home at night, then I would give you the win because I don't think too many people come into Outson and beat Oregon. So, but I do think if you guys do lose Saturday, you'll beat them in the championship. So I honestly don't think one team is going to win both games, and that I could be wrong about that. So
now I think we'll win in the Pac-12 championship either way because it'll be in Vegas.
Neutral site. That's why I got you guys winning the Pac-12, but I got Utah winning in a close one, maybe even a field goal at the buzzer, just because, like you said, you guys have started out kind of slow. And Utah, I like Kyle Whittingham, and I think he's better closer than some of the other teams that you guys have started slow against. So either way, I'm going to be tuned in. It's one of the better games on Saturday. I mean, we play Charleston Southern, so I mean, that's not.
Yeah, your normal November cupcake game, huh?
Listen, the SEC. I think. I was thinking about this the other week. The SEC would rather schedule the cupcakes in November so they can rest guys, and I think other conferences would rather schedule their cupcakes at the beginning so they can practice. Getting tuned up for the season or something like that. So I don't know. Hey, I'm glad because we had like 3 or 4 guys go down in Tennessee that are key to our success, and they need to.
Yep. Plus the week before,
yeah. So
we had some key injuries.
You're right. Kirby did say that Nolan Smith and Devontae Wyatt are all good. We had a couple guys with the flu, so Charleston Southern is coming at the right time. Let's just say that. So who knows, man?
Yeah, your last game's not too tough of a game either, is it?
We won't even talk about the trade school down there in downtown Atlanta.
There you go.
But who knows, man? If you guys win Saturday, win out, maybe if Oregon and Georgia both hold their position, we'll be back on. I'll have you back on, man, and we might be doing a playoff. One of the first round playoff show games preview. So
that'll work. Hope to see you in the playoff or the netting.
Either one is good with me. All right, man. Well, Dustin, I appreciate you getting in, man. Dustin's Twitter handle is @SSN_Oregon. All of that is all capital. You can see it up under his name. And it'll also be in the description. Don't forget to go check him out. All of the Sideline Sports Network, if you're a college football or just a college sports fan in general, just check him out, man, out there on Twitter. Give Dustin a shout out when you get there. And for Dustin, this is Coach I, the Fan Addict. Everybody in YouTube land, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Put your score predictions down below so we can know who was on record being right before the game. Don't try to come in here after the game saying, I told you this was going to happen if it's not in writing. But thanks for coming in again, Dustin. For Dustin, this is Coach I, Fan Addict. We out.